Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Today is September 12th. And the market is looking crazy, right? A lot of this stuff, people that understand the technicals and the charts, especially those that followed it and been in the market for a couple of these cycles, we understand what goes up must come down. And in order to go up, at some time you got to come down to keep going up, right? And I think we're starting to see that. This is an amazing opportunity to make some money. Warren Buffett said it best: when others are greedy, you need to be fearful. When others are fearful, you need to be greedy. Me, myself, and I put in $2,500 today just to buy some of this some of this ground floor real estate that I see in these charts. Because essentially the way it's shaking out with a lot of these coins, we can go one of two ways. We can either break out or we can break down. And if we break down, I'm gonna sell it quick, be out of it, and keep it moving. Look for the next option. But if we break out, that's when you make some real money, right? I think just a quick high overview of this. I'll break out a separate video, but I think what's happening in the market, Bitcoin just barely. Me and Brian talked about this earlier on our call yesterday, but Bitcoin just barely missed 5,000. That's a huge emotional letdown almost, right? Because it's like a big number. Bitcoin 5,000, and we tried. It was like 49. Didn't get it, and we just been kind of stumbling down the steps ever since. I think as Bitcoin continues to stumble, some of that industrial money will begin to funnel into the altcoins, right? The only reason Bitcoin went from 2,500 to 4,000 is because the altcoins dried up about 30 or 40%. Not a whole lot of new money came in the market. It just moved from one asset to another, pushed up the price of Bitcoin, spun off Bitcoin Cash, and now both are constricting a little bit. But the altcoin chart, some of the big altcoin charts are setting up to break out. So I think, again, either break out or break down. So I think what could happen as Bitcoin pulls inside of 3,000, hopefully these altcoins start turning around. Ethereum is a key chart because a lot of coins are based off of Ethereum. So if Ethereum is able to break out against Bitcoin, that will keep confidence in the market, which is rare. Normally they're paired together, but right now they're kind of paired apart, right? So if Ethereum goes up, the market will go up, in my opinion. If this is your first time tuning in, let me tell you a secret. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK. My friends know me as a crypto trader, and I am the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day that my voice graces this microphone, somebody else is able to profit as a result, and today is no exception. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our community. If you want to come win some money next time when I come live on the air, you just need to do one thing. Click that bell right now. What that does is that tells YouTube that you want notifications. You want to know when the boss is live on the air. So you click that bell right now. We got about 8,000 people that do already, and you'll be one of these guys jumping in the chat. Today's question of the day is, I see my own name. That's funny. Today's question of the day is, who is your favorite NFL fantasy football player, right? So without further ado, I done had these people. We just been talking, so it's been a good conversation. I done had these people waiting a long time. And so let's see who we got. I see a lot of the same people, but I'm going to go with my man, Ferris Khan, who said Elliott for the waves. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's creative. So congratulations, man. You are our winner of the day. Shout out to Elliot. You know, keep your head up down there. You know what I'm saying? Just keep running that rock. Keep scoring them touchdowns. And everything will be just fine. All right, so here we go. Here we go. So what we go do is throw you up in our Facebook group. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, we have one of the largest and most vibrant crypto communities in all the world. In so much that our Facebook group is called the #1 Bitcoin group in the world, right? You type that into Facebook and you can come join us. It's about 10,000 of my best friends. You know, we come together every day to make money in these charts, right? And so all I'm doing now is I'm gonna paste your name in here and say this is our winner of the day. And all you need to do is jump on Facebook, comment on that message, or message me directly. Send me your Bitcoin wallet. I'll send you a couple dollars BTC as a token of my appreciation. Thank you for your support in our community. I truly do value as a community member. And thank you all for tuning in as well. Now let's get on and get to this money, right? What we're looking at today, we are on our next trading day for our trading challenge, right? And I want to just let this thing catch up, make sure we don't have a lag. Hopefully we don't. Buffering. Let me just confirm with the people that we're good. Are we good in the chat, you guys? With the lag? Let me know. No lag. Good. Yeah, I think, I don't know why it would have did that. Sometimes if I just zoom in or something, I don't know. Apple has really disappointed me with this performance computer. Anyways, and I'm getting a new one. If you know a good performance, a strong laptop for live streaming and cryptocurrency, let me know. I'm on the market right now. Just put it in the comments. A nice computer, because this one it just doesn't do it anymore. It doesn't do it. Here we go. We're gonna go over to tradingview.com. Right. This is where I post all the charts, you guys. One of the questions in the chat just now was what numbers do I use on the chart? So if this is your first time tuning in, if you're just getting started on this system, it's not that hard. It's pretty easy. It is patented intellectual property owned by Brandon Kelly LLC. Profit-seeking entities may not use it without my express written consent. But if you're a person, I give it to you for free. Use it abundantly, make money, change your life, change your lineage, get out of debt, own your own money. It's called the boss method, and this is how it works. Right now, we're going to look at a chart. But before we do that, since this is our trading challenge, I'm going to jump over to Bittrex and buy it, right? So this is how we do that. This is bittrex.com, our chart that we will be buying today is pay 10x. I actually have a interview with Dr. Assange next Monday. So that's going to be amazing. I've been polling our community, got a lot of great questions. So, you know, if you have a question for Dr. Assange you would like for me to ask him, you know, feel free to leave that in our comments as well. So you can see pay, you know, is at an intraday low, which is awesome because this is a pretty solid chart right here. And remember, if these coins do break down, we can sell them. You know, slight loss, but not much. So, with that being said, what we're going to do right now is buy it. Because I don't think the market's going to break down. I think Bitcoin's going to pull back. But I think many of the altcoins are going to break out. And this looks like it's going to be one of them. So I want to spend 0.01 Bitcoin. I want to set my price on bid, right? And I want to buy the maximum amount, which is going to give me about 15, it looked like, right? 16. Perfect. Buy 10x token. Bam! Just like that. It's just that easy to get paid. And we just got paid with pay. Bam! Right? So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is a chart I was working on a little bit earlier. But we will redo it together for everyone. So let's do this here. Let's go to a different exchange. Hold on. Actually, I'll just wipe it off. It's fine. So again, this is the boss method that I'm showing you guys. I developed it myself. It's based off fractal harmonics, sacred geometry, all the stuff we never learned in schools, but it essentially is built on the fundamental design of our universe. Again, it's intellectual property. Don't copy it, only unless I've given you permission, to which I have, to people, not entities. Big difference. That being said, the moving averages that we use for this boss method are a 7, a 21, a 77, and that white line is a 231, right? So let's get to this in a second. We'll come back to that one. Sometimes I use a 179 DEMA. It gives you a little bit quicker read, but again, that's kind of useless because this is a newer coin. It just doesn't have that much information inside of it, which is completely fine, right? So here we go. Here we go. We're looking at pay. We're about to break this thing down like a fraction. So we can see right here on August 1st, almost, right around 6 a.m. in the morning, that thing broke out. See that? Bam! Right? It had the time of its life. A lot of people got paid right there. A lot of people got paid. A lot of people didn't right there, right? I teach you how to live over here. So let's look at that side. So here we go, guys. First thing I see, looking at pay, it is underwater, right? It's underwater. That green is under the orange. No getting around it, right? But what did I tell you in the beginning of this video? I said when others are fearful, you need to be greedy, right? Let me when others are fearful, you need to be greedy. And that's what we're going to do right now in buying pay up at these levels. Is we're basically betting against the trend that the trend is about to reverse. And this is why I think it's going to reverse. Because when we look at this moment in time right here, this is almost like a precursor, right, to the next breakout. This was a moment when the market, when pay went up, broke out from that moment in time, broke out north of 150%. And when those intersections came back together, consolidated right there at 100% and say, you know what, that's pretty good. Let's go up some more, right? So this moment in time when the market came together, you know, and it took about a week. You see that? It took some time to figure out if they wanted to, if pay wanted to go up or go down, right? That's literally the market trying to come to an agreement. Just think about it as a debate, right? You got the buyer saying, yeah, pay's going to, you know, 3,000. right? 3,000%. And the seller's saying, no, 100% is good enough. So for about 4 days, you know, they were deliberating and came out with the verdict, and pay jumped out again as a result. But that intersection of that deliberation, that coexistence of those two entities between the 7 and the 21 is going to be our floor. Because what we're saying is, what we're telling the chart is that, listen, we understand the logic of what happened. We understand, you know, you spent a lot of times trying to figure out, you know, what was going to happen right here. We get that, right? So what we're telling you is that as long as pay is above that white line, that means that all of that money is still good, right? It doesn't disappear. You can think about it as a spring, right? When a spring is stretched out, it's very, very weak. But when it's coiled up nice and tight, it can break out and be stretched a long way. And that's what happened right here. This string, the spring got stretched out real thin, right? But it had to get coiled back up, coiled back up, coiled back up, and then boom, right? It broke out way more than it did in the past. So the same thing is looking like it's ready to happen right now. Now, the only question is, are we going to break out or are we going to break down? We can only go two ways after that much consolidation, right? So let's do a little bit more analysis to see which way that will be. In addition to just understanding the bare bones structure and logic of the chart, we can also see that if we take a trend line between that point and that point, and that point, and that point, those are going to be our two trend lines. So watch this. So this is our breakout trend line. Color it green, right? And I like this point in the middle. I like that point a lot because you have the green, the red, and the orange all came together at that one intersection. That is a huge, huge, huge moment for 10x because essentially at that moment you had like three different people, three different juries ruling on it together, right? The 7 to 21 and the 77 are all independent, free thinking, and self-interested histories. But when they come together right there at one point, that predicates the future substantially, right? So we do that. That's our breakout line. And this one is going to be our breakdown line. There to there. Every chart is a little bit different, but once you do enough of them, you can see that it's the exact same process. It's the exact same mechanics. Essentially, we want our slow growth rate. So for 10x, it took us approximately 20 days to go 180%, right? That's our slow growth rate, right? And then consequently, it took us on the other side of the equation. This is kind of our breakdown rate. It took us 7 days to break down 20%. So essentially, those are the two ratios and rates that we're going to use to define the logic in this chart. What's also interesting here, I'm just making sure that's good. Bam, bam. No, yeah. Yeah, what's also interesting here is that the other moment in time I had highlighted was when pay this little swing area right there, and look at that. Look at how the harmonics talk to each other. We drew this line freestanding based off those two intersections, but if we follow that blue line and we follow the line of deliberation from over there, they almost intersect perfectly. They're a little off, but I think that's because that white line, if we move this over just a little bit, it will actually pinpoint the area that the red intersected the orange. And so you can see that, you know, the relationship is always there, you know. So that's pretty cool too. And that just confirms that we have a solid set of trend lines, you guys. You've seen in my other videos that even if we turn, check this out. Check this out. This is why I like this chart a lot too. I was going to show this earlier. Hold on. I'm about to show you guys a magic trick. Watch this. When we do something like that, you can see that we have talked about high school math class earlier. How many of you guys remember 3D axes? X, Y, Z? That's exactly what we got. We've turned a 2D picture into a 3D projection. And now we're able to predict the future in multiple dimensions, as opposed to just look down, flat down on, you know, a picture. So there you go. That's pretty cool. So here we go. Let's jump into pay a little bit more and see what's going on inside this thing. So now we see that this thing basically broke down right there, right? And it broke out on this side. What I want to do now is take a look at the Fibonacci levels. I want to look at the macro. So in order to do that, I'm going to go from our breakout right there to our breakdown right there. And what I see when I do that, I couldn't set it up any better if I wanted to, but that shows you that 10x is setting up right in the middle of the money zone with an extra layer of support, basically splitting this thing right down the middle from our debate and deliberation over here. We are literally splitting down the middle of this money zone. And I tell you, the best part about the money zone is when you can buy a trade in between those green lines and the trend holds, then this is where you go. And you get there pretty quick, right? One last thing we could do is if we just go, I'm trying to see how these candles are working. Let's lighten this up a little bit. That's a really heavy line. I don't like heavy lines. There you go. That's better. So if we could just go something like that. That's going down. That's interesting. That's going down. what I'm doing right now is I'm going to move this thing to right there. Because when we do that, we can turn off one of the ends. Right? Make that a little arrow. Check that out. Now, you guys can kind of see that that exact trend line actually gave us the exact moment in time. You can't see it from the arrow, but if we extend this out just a little bit more, right through that intersection we already have, as soon as we hit our white line, we stopped breaking down and we started to level out. And I tell you all the time, you always need the moving averages to slow down. That's bad straight. Go straight and then break out, right? It's kind of like driving a car. Like you have to like slow down, come to a complete stop, turn the wheel, and then accelerate in another direction, right? And so that's exactly what happened when we hit that white line from that intersection. We actually slowed down, stopped, and now we're moving in a different direction. So I thought that was pretty cool. I just thought I would share it with you guys just to show you a little bit about how the insides of these charts come together. And so long story short, I think pay is solid, right? This thing is the product is ridiculous. By far, probably the #1 product in all of the cryptoverse right now. It has a functioning product that makes money, that has what could be universal compatibility for point of sale transactions. Like we're talking the difference from taking cryptocurrency as a speculative long-term investment to an everyday point of sale medium of exchange. Like this is huge, right? And the chart shows it. The chart shows that it's not broken. It's not broken because as long as it's above this white line right here, that means that all of this money that was made above this orange line, all of that money is still good as long as we stay inside the money zone, which it looks like we're going to be able to do. I know we got a little turbulence right here. And like I said, if this thing breaks down, that means a lot of the other markets is breaking down too, because this is by far one of the strongest coins in the market right now. And that's why we're buying it. I don't buy garbage. I think you guys know that already. So long story short, pay is solid. This thing is legit. So I hope you see that chart. I know I took a little bit longer on this one, but essentially it shows you the insides of how these fractals work. And the last thing too, let me show you something else. If you look at that intersection right there where we started this causal relationship from that lightning point, we take that line, draw it all the way down and throw up a vertical line right there. We get the exact moment in time we did from a completely different direction, showing the change as well. So it's just different ways, to point the same way. One of the guys asked me, do I use Elliott waves? What is it? How does it work with my method? Well, that's what I said. It's like many different ways to look in the same direction. And Elliott waves looks at it one way. Fibonacci looks at it one way. The Boss method looks at it one way. But essentially, this is all looking at the universal resonance of fractal harmonics as it is expressed in charting and statistical forecasting. So there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. That's a little bit of a more in-depth discussion, but at the end of the day, that is how you chart like a boss. Oh, so I hope you appreciate that. You know, I enjoy doing these kind of charts. It's exciting for me. You know, just to take a time and break down the energy and the relationships and the cycles natural in this data, right? It's pretty cool, pretty cool. So listen, I'm gonna show you the community right now. One of my favorite parts of the video. If you're in the chat, please do me a favor, shout your country out. Let the people know where you from. And I'm gonna come to you in about 90 seconds, right? I love showcasing our community. I think we got a kaleidoscope of countries. It's really, really beautiful. I think you guys already saw the Facebook group. Feel free to join us. Please come on in. The doors are always open. This thing is by far one of the best crypto communities on the internet, right? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we're coming on here making people money. 10,000 of my best friends in so much every day, right? We don't pumping up each other. We don't scam each other. You don't have to pay $9.95 for a Udemy course. You don't got to join a secret Telegram group, right? It's completely free and 100% empowering, right? Next thing we do is if we go to bossofbitcoin.com. You go to that website right now. You go see this man on the right hand side, suited and booted, G'd up from the feet up, you know, rocking that red, white, and blue, looking like the American dream. They said it's a hard job being a boss, but somebody got to do it. And I think he do it pretty well. In so much that he's made 3 different products for you guys to be profitable and prominent and prosperous in the market. The first of which is called the Profit Package. This is $25. It's a hand-selected list, you guys, of the movers, the shakers, and the money makers in the market. If you just look at a few of these coins, 2, 4, and I think 8, right now, up over 300%. You know, it's crazy. I'm looking at number one. Number one, I just bought half a Bitcoin of number one today, right? I told you I put some real money in the market. That's what I bought because that will in turn determine probably the next 3 months. If number one breaks out, then it's going to be a lot of money coming into this market, and it's going to funnel into number 5. Number 6 is going to go down, right? But it's going to funnel into number 5. And number 10, you already know, right? But don't sleep on number 9. Number 9 is past due, right? So yeah, you can see, man, this is, and that's how it works. It's like a clock. So when one of them gets hot, another one's warming up, you know, and the one that's hot right now is probably ready to cool off. So we just circle around the money, keep that money flowing and keep that bank account growing, right? That's what we do. We ain't married to none of these coins. You know, and when one start acting up, we just, you know, swipe right. Keep that money moving, right? So let's go. Let's go back to the next one. We go back to shop. Bam! Click on that button. You got the dream team, baby. This come from me working out for football. You know what I'm saying? Listening to J. Cole in the weight room back in the day. J. Cole mixtape. Squad talk about $1 in a dream. Young Simba, he said it started with $1 in a dream. A dime and a nickel, right? So with this list, this is more so for investing, right? If you're just looking to put in a couple $100 this year, you know, and check back next year sometime, or you want to get, you know, say 1,000 coins for $1,000, you can't do that with Bitcoin anymore. You know, back in the day, you could get 1,000 Bitcoin for $1,000. You can't do that anymore. But this list is set up to where every coin is literally $1 or $2. Some of them might be a little more now. Well, that's the point. They go up. So $1 or $2, and you roll with it, right? This is the next generation. These coins will be, you know, billion-dollar coin, but today in today's market, they might only have between 10, you know, and $100 million behind them. A lot of these coins nobody's even heard of. That's why you can still get it for $1. So this is the dream team. It's the next generation, right? If the other squad, you know, is the all-stars, this squad, you know, is the young guns, the recruits. You know what I'm saying? All-stars get old, they get tired, they retire, you know what I'm saying? Put their jersey up in the rafters, say thank you very much, we'll build you a statue outside the stadium. Who's next? Dream team, baby. You know what I'm saying? You get both of those, you balance yourself out, and you are rolling at that point. You know, the last thing when you just want to take it one step higher, you know what I'm saying? Kick it up a notch, like Emerald used to say, you just kick it up a notch like bam! Right, just like that. One-on-one meeting deposit. This is when I spend some FaceTime with you, and when we actually go over your portfolio. What do you have right now? What are you looking to do? What are your expectations like? Boom, boom, boom. Knock them down like dominoes and make you some money. So if you want to do that, it's real easy. You pay the $25. That will open up my calendar to you. At that point, you'll go to this website. My calendar will be open. So say you wanted to do something, Saturday morning, right when the kids were still sleeping, you had some time to yourself, bam, click that button, 9 a.m. We got some FaceTime with the boss and we are making you money. With that being said, guys, I'm going to jump in this chat. Who do we got out here right now? So let's check it out. If you in the chat right now, again, shout your country out. Let me know where you're from, what part of the world you are in right now, and we will be good to go pretty soon. So let's see who we got. The biggest thing I think I wanted to go over with you guys is that one of the reasons I got into cryptocurrency in the first place, a lot of people ask, like, what's the value of crypto, or Bitcoin, is it really worth $5,000? The market's going down, China's going crazy, what are we gonna do? The litecoin guy just sent another tweet, Donald Trump doesn't like Bitcoin. Who cares about all that stuff? The news is gonna change every day, right? So don't give these people your time, which is essentially your money. Don't give these people your money for free. The news is going to change every day, right? So just block it out. The charts tell you everything you need to know. So the more you tune out the talking heads on TV with the voices in their ear telling them exactly what to say, and you just tune into the fractal harmonics, the universal collective consciousness of the data, more profitable you'll be. It's worked for me pretty well. It's worked for several hundreds, if not thousand members of our community. And it'll work for you too. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. Let's go ahead. I got to get off of here, man. My girl out there watching TV. I got to go snuggle up with Bay and, chill out for the evening. So here we go. What we got? I done seen a lot. Hopefully you weren't talking about me, but just in case, let's do this. No, I'll wait. Y'all go start me. Don't start. Just so you guys know, I go back through the chat like every video, like at least 20 minutes of me talking. I'm going through every comment that was made. So if you say something crazy, you're gonna get blocked, gonna get booted. Don't do it. We don't need the negative energy here. Save the drama for your mama. Let's go. We got Nevada, Belgium, Germany is in the building. Medellin. Date VIP, bro. What's going on? Medellin, what's going on, man? Birmingham, England, Dubai, Miami. Danielle, you in Miami? What's going on? You ain't even let me know you was coming to the States. Like I thought we no. Okay, all right. Detroit, Florida, Melbourne, ATL, what's going on? Let's see. Utah, Boise, LBC, Sacktown, nice. United States. That's what I'm saying, Danielle. You just popping in the United States, not even telling nobody. Japan is big in the building. Canada is big in the building. You can see, guys, it's pretty cool. We got about 200 people live on the air. So apparently everybody looking at this chat with me, and not typing their own country. But the biggest part that I look forward to is really just getting to know everybody, because I think, as you can see, people from all over the world are tuning in to this channel. People from all over the world are getting empowered by this information. People from all over the world are changing their lineage, changing their life, changing their family tree with financial empowerment that this knowledge brings them. And I hope you do the same. With that being said, it's that time of the day. Signing off. This the boss, the boy BK. No matter where you stay, from Brazil to the Bay in California. Good night, good morning, and good day. I appreciate your time. Hit that subscribe button and share this video to somebody you care about so they can be empowered. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.